From the creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
And that makes the ace with the deuce. Hit a triple-double in the garden. Held on my left wrist like I'm Harden. Ran to the dealer, bought twin Mercedes. The European trucks for the twin babies. Don't let me have a son, I'm a fool. Send them to school and on my juice. I want a boy and girl to fight for truth. Whatever God give me, I'm cool. I've been winning so long, it's like alchemy. I've been playing cards with the house money.
It's a week of Friday, March 10th, 2017, and it's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and this week's show is brought to you by HelloFresh.
Hello,
Fresh. Well, hello. HelloFresh delivers weekly recipes and fresh ingredients straight to your doorstep so you can cook delicious, quick, and healthy meals at home. HelloFresh wants to change the way people eat forever. They believe everyone deserves honest, natural, delicious, healthy food.
I want to try their veggie boxes.
Veggie boxes?
I've heard they've had like a vegetarian version that's very good. Like I've heard vegetarians say it teaches them how to cook better because like they had no idea they could do it, and it's all like pre-measured and stuff.
Well, there you go. Well, HelloFresh currently offers customers a classic box for me. Or a veggie box for you. It's right here in the copy.
That's right.
Customers can order
I knew what I was talking about.
or 3, 4, or 5 different meals each week, designed for either 2 or 4 people. New recipes are created every week. So I would suggest having a roommate and or spouse to fully take advantage of.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a hard one though, because that's like when you go to a Chinese restaurant and they're like, how many sets of chopsticks do you want? You're like, oh, well, it was just one, but I guess I'll take 2 so I don't feel stupid right now. But
Checking the hotel, how many keys would you like, sir?
And a fork.
And a fork. Jesse, Carrie, that was really insensitive. I'm sorry, everyone.
HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that makes cooking fun, easy, and convenient. And right now, they are offering Relevant Podcast listeners a very special deal. Just go over to HelloFresh.com and enter code Relevant35 to get $35 off your first week of deliveries when you subscribe. You got to use the promo code Relevant35, though. $35. That's how you remember it. There you go.
Yeah, don't use any other promo code.
Huge savings. Don't try Relevant 150. That didn't work.
No, it'll blow up the servers. They don't even know they can't process it.
Like I said, I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studios, Eddie Big Cat Koffoltz.
Having a hard time taking you seriously.
Over there on the ones and twos this week, Chelsea Steele is behind the board.
Hello, everybody.
It's because Chandler had a prior engagement because we're recording at an unusual time.
Ooh, what is it? I know what it is.
And so he set up everything for us. He'll do the editing, but he's not going to be here for the show today.
He's at the Dollar Theater right now with his girlfriend.
And on the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hello.
Wow.
So
that's right. It's a big show.
Today is a very special, highly anticipated episode. Not only coming up later do we have Matt Chandler joining us. Mm-hmm. It is Lenten season, and he's
hey, happy Lent.
Happy Lent back at you.
Thanks, man.
Is that what people do on Lent? They say happy Lent.
And also with you. I think that would work. Also to you.
So Matt Chandler is coming on to talk about Lent. It's a fascinating conversation. And after that, poor Matt Chandler. The Oskarz.biz awards are finally here.
Maybe we could talk Matt into sticking around for the Oscars.
When I think Matt Chandler, right. I think he would really like the Oskarz.biz awards.
I will say this. I talked to the little peek behind the curtain. I talked to Matt yesterday about Lent, and I learned an incredible amount about Lent. And the whole time I'm being enlightened, all I can think of is, this will be followed by the Oskarz.biz, and I feel very badly for about that.
I'm wearing a top hat right now, and it doesn't quite fit my head correctly.
I think they could tell, like the tone of your voice.
The tenor, it like reverberates a little differently with the top hat, the voice echo.
It does.
But I am in full Oscars mode right now.
Speaking of top hat, I visited Ford's Theater last week.
Did you really?
Total bummer, that place.
Why?
Well, I mean, a president was shot there.
Well, yeah, it's the worst.
Essentially, that's
but
the
I mean,
whole
I
reason.
go to the Washington Hilton, and then Reagan was gunned down at the front end. I don't get sad when I walk in.
I mean, but he made it.
That's true.
I mean, I feel like it was...
I mean, there was a ballroom at one of those hotels where Bobby Kennedy got taken out.
Wouldn't you feel like that's a bummer, too?
Yeah. But
I mean, I guess unless you're at a good bar mitzvah.
I recognize this wallpaper. It's a famous room.
Yeah, I'm at the place where...
Yeah. So it's a bummer, really?
I mean, it is kind of weird when you think about, like, what happened there. Like, wow.
Does it kind of smell old, like an old person's house?
No, they've refurbished it. But what was really weird is they're like, here it is. And it was like the gun that they used.
That is weird.
I was not expecting to see that, but it is like the it's a little tiny.
How much time has to pass for that to be like a historical thing?
It is a
Apparently
historical
this much
thing.
because it was actually like a very nice tribute to Lincoln, but it was also there were like moments of
Was it like a
creepiness.
stage show where they like Hamilton? Is that what they do?
I haven't listened to Hamilton yet. Have you?
No.
I can't do it.
I just like Broadway rapping isn't my thing. Like I like rap.
You could have stopped
Exactly.
at Broadway, and I would have agreed with you.
No.
Exactly.
Broadway's good, but like every song I've ever heard from Hamilton is like, okay, I get that this is novel, but this isn't actually good. I know.
You're saying it would be as one song in a musical, like a rap number would be cool, but you're not doing the whole thing.
No rapping on Broadway. It's just not theater rapping isn't good.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get. I predict we are going to get more pushback on this
Yeah.
Than the Oscars.
than anything
And
we've
Matt
ever
Chandler's
gotten.
theology.
Oh yeah, this is going to be like the
He says some
29ers
outrageous
all
stuff
over.
too.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is going to be as if we had Rob Bell taking over Relevant. You know,
So, Cameron, would
If
you
you
go
love
as
Hamilton.
far as to say is Lin-Manuel Miranda
Very talented young man.
He's very talented, but as a cultural figure, he's overrated. Would you go as far
I
to say
think
that?
it was.
Oh,
I wouldn't say overrated per se. I would say, given the context of what music theater and historical plays and all given the context of what the norm is for that medium, what he did was innovative and creative, and it stood out, and so it was acclaimed.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the songs as rap songs, they're not good, and his rapping is not good. But I get that it was novel and probably well
It
executed.
was innovative, yeah.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I get to say something that could be edgy and then someone else takes the heat, but you just did it for
I don't
me.
care.
Well done.
Yeah.
This was fun to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
No, we're worried about upsetting musical theater fans.
No, but this
what
is-
shall we
Well,
do?
and then when like
This is bigger than musical
and then
theater
like
fans.
he's like a national treasure now, and everybody's having him rap on Jennifer Lopez songs and stuff.
Bingo.
And it's like he's not good at rapping. Can anybody say like don't bring him on as your guest verse if you want a radio hit?
I'm going to give you one chance to rebuttal this and tell us we're wrong, because I heard you gasp and I feel like you just don't agree.
I don't, because I don't think that Broadway music should be held to the standard of the genre that they're emulating.
Okay, literally, have you ever listened to Les Mis?
Yeah.
It's the best.
But there
Yeah,
have
I
been
fell
other...
asleep literally in seconds.
You know who really brought it home was Russell Crowe's
Bingo.
beautiful singing voice.
The best. So anyhow,
So really, you think all theater experiences are like, as long as it's good for theater?
I just think that it's a different subcategory all its own. Like there was a wedding singer musical on Broadway, and it has nothing to do with like 80s pop synth music. It's like the Broadway version of that.
Yeah.
Well, I heard like a similar argument because I was listening to two people debate whether Bob Dylan was a good poet, and if you just took his lyrics and read him as poetry, and a lot of people were like, "Well, I don't think this holds up," and people were like, "Well, it's not that it doesn't hold up. It's like you're consuming it in the wrong context." So that may be a thing where like, yeah, it doesn't hold up as rap, but in its context, like you were saying,
and that's what I'm saying. I think
works.
it's notable and well done
Yeah.
for its environment, but don't take it out of that environment and say this
Yeah.
is good music or this is mind blowing or whatever. It's like, no, it's
You're not
actually-
driving around listening to the Hamilton soundtrack.
But so, I
is
know people who do.
Yeah.
and people that I respect, and that's the harder part. 'cause
Right?
I'm like, okay.
I thought we had better taste, friends.
No, but we've got. But okay, now this is also what's interesting though, because then, I mean, are you still watching The Bachelor?
Yeah.
You see, there's weird like little
It's like
problems in the force every once in a
I feel
while.
like I'm watching it fully self-aware and like ironically.
But you still
But
like
does that
Doesn't
make it
matter.
better?
I don't know that I like it.
I feel
I
like
don't
you can only
enjoy
get a
it.
pass for that for like 2 or 3 episodes.
I don't
and
enjoy
then
it.
you're legitimately invested.
No,
in
no,
this
no.
thing.
Like, I think the first couple weeks, like the novelty of everybody's talking about the crazy people on the show. And then like that ended and I just don't enjoy anything about this. I'm actually like deeply disturbed by what they're doing. And
now it's just a matter of seeing it.
and now
through.
I got to see it through because like I've invested this much of my life. I'm not going to tap out now. I'm not a quitter.
It's like when you
Yeah,
watch
that's right.
it's like the
That's
Lord
right.
of the Rings trilogy. Like I saw the first two, and I really, really did not want to see that third. But I've come this far.
Yeah.
You know, I'm almost to Mordor.
just-
I'm going to finish this thing
Right.
out.
That third one was boring. I'm not saying Lord of the Rings as
kind
a
of like
book.
Hamilton.
It was Hamilton boring.
It was Hamilton level.
When they
boring.
were rapping as they were walking up the hill, it was so boring.
My problem with maybe it was they all conflate. They're all conflated to me. Maybe it was The Hobbit, not just the prolonged, like 20 minutes of like singing and doing dishes with the elves early on in the franchise.
Correct.
But like when they hitch a ride on the Eagles, right, to like skip a hard part of the journey, why didn't they just fly all the way there on the backs of those Eagles? That ruined the whole Tolkien.
It feels like
canon.
lyrics of like a yacht rock song from the 80s, like on the back of the wings of eagles.
Yeah, if it's not, it should be.
I'm going to say the last science fiction movie that should have ever been made was Neverending Story. I believe that was a genre-ending movie, and that's why I don't think there's any place for
Science fiction?
whatever Neverending Story was.
What about like Awakening?
fantasy?
It's the
flying dog
Interstellar. And
Well, you still haven't named a movie that's better than
Melancholia.
Neverending Story.
interesting. I'm
When
just
they
saying.
call on that flying dog, sorry, that is
Valkyria?
amazing. Valcor.
Valcor.
No, Atreyu.
Do you know how long
Is
I had
Atreyu the
nightmares
kid?
about that dog?
Yeah, Atreyu's the kid.
Hey, that dog, there's a museum that I always want to visit. It's like in Austria or something that has all of the Never-Ending Story props.
No way.
Yeah, I've seen it online, and you see it, and it's like, not only is the terrifying dog actual size, like there was a head of it that the boy's riding, but it hasn't aged well over the years, so its eye is kind of like halfway open, like my aunt who like towards the end of her life, like it's just like not, it's just like, all right, this is messed up, and it's like all kind of worn and smoky and terrible.
Can you imagine if your job was like the curator of the Never-Ending Story Museum and like you didn't even like the movie? You were just like, hey, there's a new museum opening in town. I'm going to apply for a job. And most of your life is spent talking to people about the nuances of Never-Ending Story. It's very odd to me that there's an entire museum dedicated to this and a curator who has to talk about it all the time.
It's not really a curator. We just got all the props we could, and then we stopped.
The duster.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of dust and
The flying dog duster. Basically, I just groom the big fake Valcor all day, but it's not a bad gig. Not a
his name
bad
is
gig.
Valcor? Or was it Atreyu?
Atreyu's the kid's name.
So he yells his own name at some
The
point?
only reason why I know this, and I haven't seen the movie, okay, but my relative had
Valcor.
a little white dog and named it Valkyria after that.
Oh, good one.
So there you go,
Valcor.
Valcor. All right, well, moving the show along, we have a lot we got to get to. So
And we already
you know,
did most of it.
Yeah,
Never-ending Story, that was on the list of things to talk about.
Lincoln's assassination.
Destroying Hamilton.
Hamilton. So we're...
Defaming putting Lin-Manuel Miranda in his place.
Yeah.
Check.
All that's left is Matt Chandler and Oscars.
Sadly admitting that I still watch The Bachelor.
Oh, that's right.
It's ironic. It's ironic.
It's
I just
ironic.
gotta
I
know.
think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for our weekly look back at what happened in culture and entertainment. It's time for
In case you missed it.
In case you missed it, this week, Lord, like our Savior, Jesus Christ, our Lord with the E on the end, the singer.
That one.
Yeah, Lord released her first new song in more than 3 years.
Hey, I haven't heard it. Are we going to play it?
Yeah, it's her first single from her follow-up to 2013 smash hit Pure Heroine. The dance pop song is called Green Light and we featured on Melodrama, which is due out this summer, which if you have the new issue of Relevant and read our new music guide, you would know this.
Oh, yeah. This is old news to you.
Old news.
I'm 22 pages in to the new magazine.
Yeah, you'll get there.
You'll get there.
Very good.
Thanks. You'll anyway. Here's a clip of Green Light. Sounds like Hillsong Young and Free.
It does. It's a different song. It's a really different sound.
Be seeing you ever I go.
It sounds like Hillsong Young and Free, and I can't get that out of my head now.
Seeing you down every road.
1, 2, 3, 4.
'Cause honey, come get my things, but I can't let go.
Her voice sounds like a young Carol
It does
Channing.
sound like This Is Living Now.
Holy cow! I feel like worshiping.
You
Like
need
that,
to do a mashup.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah, somebody out there go mash up Hillsong Young and Free with the new Lord single. That's
And
crazy.
also, I don't want to miss this point. I need someone to look up young Carol Channing.
It was really funny. It was a good
It
reference.
doesn't have to be funny. I'm telling you, it's just really right on.
Young,
That's all
like
I'm saying.
singing. You singing?
Yeah.
Young Carol Channing singing.
Yeah, I mean, she was a singer. I don't know if she's still alive.
Cameron, the other thing about the Hills, while you look that up, the Hillsong Young and Free Lord thing, they're both from the same part of the world,
That is
New
true.
Zealand and Australia.
Like a little old lamb, I roamed about life.
Wow, Eddie, you nailed this one.
I found out the one
Yeah, it's almost identical.
goodbye.
So
And we'll
you're
never
saying
be
that the new Lord single
Yeah.
is Hillsong Young and Free did the music and young Carol Channing did the lyrics. That was her
Just the
inspiration.
singing.
That was her inspiration.
I think Lord's
Okay.
voice sounds like Carol Channing. She kind of has she blurs together a lot of her syllables and sounds like Carol Channing.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's a perfect connection. So you're welcome, America.
There you go.
Flawless cultural analysis
Once again,
from 1923.
once again, highly curious how I got on anything called relevant. How am I even associated with this?
In case you missed it, this week Kendrick Lamar said that his next album will be focused on God.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well, his other albums were focused on God, I thought. But anyway, he's working on a follow-up to 2015's To Pimp a Butterfly. And according to an interview with the New York Times this week, he said the project will go in a completely new direction. In the interview, he discussed how Butterfly in his debut album, Good Kid, Mad City, looked at injustice, violence, and growing up in Compton, surrounded by gangs. But for the new album, which is currently in the works, Lamar is taking on a different idea, faith. Here's what he said. To Pimp a Butterfly was addressing the problem. I'm in a space now where I'm not addressing the problem anymore. We're in a time where we exclude one major component out of this whole thing called life, God. Nobody speaks on it because it's almost in conflict with what's going on in the world when you talk about politics and government and the system. Though his previous albums had larger scopes and brought in a lot of narrative themes, references to Christianity have been prevalent in his music. Like Good Kid, Mad City opens with the traditional sinner's prayer. I will get to that in a second. And included the lines, I believe that Jesus is Lord. I believe that you raised him from the dead. I will ask that Jesus will come to my life and be my Lord and Savior. That was one of the most stunning moments in hip hop when this breakout album a few years ago literally leads people through the prayer of salvation and they repeat after me, and that's how they end the album. It was
That's awesome.
Stunning.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's faith themes on the last album too, but for him to talk about like this one's gonna be about God, I mean that's been crazy. And he was texting Chance the Rapper after the Grammys being like, God's doing something.
So
like
cool.
Yeah.
I mean revival, man.
It makes me really curious as to what thematic direction is going to go. Because like you're saying, God does play a role in the last two records, though, like he kind of said in that interview, they do focus on, there's a lot of dark stuff on those records, too. Yeah. So for him to say he's not talking about those anymore, it's going to be interesting to see how it affects the overall sound.
Why are you laughing, young Carol Channing? Are you serious?
It's. I was gonna do a whole connection about Lord ended her album with a Sensodyne thing, but people would have had to know that Carol Channing represented Sensodyne. I just realized, oh my gosh, I literally no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. So then I started to laugh, and then had to share it, and here we are.
In case you missed it, this week Banksy opened a hotel in Bethlehem. The street artist's new project is called the Walled Off Hotel, just steps away from an Israeli checkpoint.
Even that's a joke, right? Waldorf.
Oh yeah, Waldorf.
Yeah.
I didn't get the Waldorf reference. That's good. It's right by a checkpoint and the Aida Palestinian refugee camp inside the West Bank. I've been there, walked around it. The area has been dramatically affected by ongoing conflict, obviously, and the hotel is an effort to draw awareness to the violence. The hotel features a gallery of Banksy's work and a museum focused on the history of the region and conflict. On the hotel's website, they insist it isn't a joke. It says, it's a genuine art hotel with fully functioning en-suite facilities and limited car parking. Operated by the local community, we offer a warm welcome to everyone from all sides of the conflict and across the world.
Wow.
So there you go.
I saw some pictures of it. It's wild.
Yeah, the idea that
wild.
you're raising awareness, I think, is good. I mean, because if you read our coverage of that conflict in particular, we espouse a position that's pro-Israel, pro-Palestinian, pro-peace.
Pro-Banksy.
Pro-Banksy. I'm always pro-Banksy.
Well, yeah, one of the rooms that overlooks like the wall there that, separates, the West Bank from, other parts of Israel. Like one of the rooms overlooks it and it advertises this is the worst view in the world. Like as like an ironic twist on what you see in hotel advertising.
One of his breakout kind of like guerrilla art moments was when he went on and did his art around the West Bank and like on the wall had the stencil of the girl with the balloons like floating over like on the wall and stuff like that. One of the times I was over there, I went like on a scavenger hunt looking for all the Banksy art around it. Most of it's still intact. A lot of other artists have contributed around it. So that beautiful empty wall with the girl, no, it's like totally full of stuff, but she's still there.
That's cool.
And I went around and was taking pictures of all the.
It's
spots.
really neat.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, it's a minor point of all this, but sort of these hotels that are being opened with grander purposes. Like, what's a guy that opened the one in? You guys are going to know who this is. You guys,
Purpose Hotel?
Our friend Jeremy Cowart.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it didn't open. He's trying to raise money for it.
Yeah, but like, I think it's a really interesting concept that we're kind of getting out of just sort of big box hotels and into like, well, we're going to spend this money, we can support something or learn something.
A lot of the big chains are launching offshoot brands specifically for millennials that care about justice and environmental friendliness and things like that. And these other hotels, even though they are chains and they're huge corporations, like are actually like giving back and they're like whatever. Like,
and is this an okay time to share like a little announcement?
Go ahead,
Jesse. We can share it now. Jesse and I are opening up a hotel. It is
a B&B, right?
It is a small little B&B. And
1 bedroom.
You want to tell the theme, Jesse?
Yeah, the theme is actually never-ending story.
Literally what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really like it's terrifying, but it's also like all money goes towards the upkeep of the old never-ending story stuff.
And
because Falcor's
salary.
in terrible condition right now.
Yeah, Falcor is his eye is almost completely closed, and so anyhow, we'd love to invite you to our hotel. It's gonna be great.
Well, in case you missed it, a new video proves that replacing the laugh track on Big Bang Theory with Ricky Gervais's laughter actually makes the show watchable.
This is my favorite video on the internet.
YouTuber Owen Cooper has done the impossible. He's made the Big Bang Theory funny. He, like I said, stripped the laugh track off the show and replaced it with the insane laughter of Ricky Gervais. The results are incredible. Here you go.
The place looks great. Did you guys get a maid?
Kinda.
Dinner's almost ready. If you like meatloaf, I'm sure you'll like its cousin, bowl of meat.
Hey, if you're still looking to make money, I will pay you to burn that jacket.
Thank you, but it doesn't look like I'm going to Comic-Con this year.
With as much debt as you have, probably not next year either. Sure. This is for you.
That is painful.
That is really amazing.
I mean, the show is painful.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
They're just about to pick it up for another 2 years.
What?
Here's the thing. If I was the guy, if they hired me on that show to like we're like, okay, we're going to give you the show once it's done and you have to put in the laugh track.
Yeah.
You know, like I wouldn't even know where the jokes are.
Right.
Like I would have to say, you have to, oh, that was a joke when he said that. Okay, I'll put in laughter.
It's got to be in the script.
I would literally have no idea where it
has to be in the
goes.
script, so they know to pause for a second. It has to be.
Right, because they do give it a breather, like when he says that hilarious
They
line.
sit there and stare at each other so awkwardly,
Right.
waiting for the laughing to stop. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're not even jokes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
they're
Like
just talking.
there's maybe one in there that's passable for someone saying something that's intended to be humorous. The other time, I literally think they're just phoning it in, and people are so brainwashed by the show that they just laugh along.
Speaking of brainwash, I would say Big Bang Theory would be the Lin-Manuel Miranda of TV comedy. All the hype, all the popularity, but nobody's sitting there going, you know what, this isn't actually that good.
I think I understand.
Yeah.
And I think I'm 100% on board with that. And it makes a lot of sense.
All right, lastly, in case you missed it, Netflix announced this week that they are in talks to do another installment of Gilmore Girls. I'm very excited about this.
You watched the one, right?
Oh
the
my
new
gosh,
one?
dude. It was just all the tears, all the feelings. It was
All
you
of the
did not
chatter.
cry.
absolutely I did. 100%.
Cameron, I have a question about this, and this is a refresher because I think we talked about it before. Did you watch the original, or did you just jump in with Year in the Life?
No, I watched it. No, I watched it while it was on TV, and then this it just hit every note just perfect. It was great. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah, I sat there by myself, watched it on a Saturday, and all the way through, all 4 of them, and just all the feelings. It was so good.
You continue to unravel the psychology of that's what you'll cry at.
Over Thanksgiving, the streaming network released the 4-part miniseries, Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, which I thought was just wonderfully packaged. It revisited the beloved show 10 years after it went off the air. Now the network's chief content officer, Ted Sarandos, told reporters that they are in very preliminary talks with the show's producers for more episodes. He said, "We hope there are more installments. We obviously loved the success of the show. Fans loved how well it was done. It delivered what they hoped." It really did. The worst thing is to wait a couple years for your favorite show to come back and for it to disappoint you. But they sure delivered, and people were really excited about more, and we have been talking to them about the possibility of that.
At this point, Netflix is the best network.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's
they
announce like every week a major comedian has committed to 3 comedy specials.
But here's one thing I will say about that, Eddie.
Give it to me.
Like, I feel like they produce like a lot of good content that a lot of people like, but they also put out like a lot of stuff that just no one watches or isn't any good. Like, if you look at like a lot of stuff that they pick up that's on Netflix, like stuff you can watch, and I get like they're on demand, so no one's forced. It's not like there's limited spots to air stuff, but I still don't think it's as prestige of a thing of like HBO, where everything on there will have some sort of artistic merit.
Right, but they have enough crowdsourcing in the way their algorithm works, and they make enough stuff that I feel like everybody gets something. Right? Like, some people like those terrible shows.
I feel like sometimes you can only find the sequel of something and never like the movie you want to watch.
Now, that's an interesting point.
It's true.
But would you watch a sequel without seeing the original? A squeakquel?
I feel like I may have
like Alvin and Chipmunks, the squeakquel.
Right. Like, do you even think you'd be able to follow the story without the original?
I think that one in particular you could, because I know from experience, because I've seen it.
Because they stand alone so well.
They do.
How hard did you cry during that movie?
When they got lost from Dave.
Don't even.
But before if
you know what, don't go there.
Cameron, I do have. This is a legit
issues,
question.
It all comes back, dude. It's just.
You mentioned you cried during Gilmore Girls, and if this is something you're comfortable admitting, what are name 2 or 3 other movies, TV shows that have brought you to the point of tears?
Field of Dreams.
Curious.
Field of Dreams.
Okay.
The dad playing catch at the end.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus. I'm trying to think.
Noticing a theme, by the way.
Gilmore Girls.
Cats in the cradle and the silver.
Where are the dads in these movies?
I don't know, man. What about you? Do you ever cry at a movie?
Of course. What do you think?
I was asking Jesse. I know the answer. You're
cries too.
crying right now.
I cry all the time. Jesse, I'm sure you cry.
I'm in a movie. I'm trying to honestly, like, when I was a kid, Fievel Goes West.
Oh, for
Dude,
sure.
that was
all
too
the
much
tears,
for a
all the
kid to
tears. But
handle.
I was like 7, maybe.
Hold on.
Oh, and the cartoon Transformers, when Optimus, spoiler alert, when Optimus Prime died, I'm pretty sure I cried at that. But I don't know if I've cried in a movie.
I'm telling you, Manchester by the Sea. I just saw it.
Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, good.
My kids
Lord.
cried like crazy during that movie.
You didn't let them watch. Oh my goodness.
Can you fathom that? But yeah, those kids movies, those were rough. Both of the Fievel ones, Somewhere Out There was the song, but what was the first one?
An American Tail.
That tapped into some real fear.
Dude, when he got swept away. And
I could be without my parents and live alone and all my friends, and I have to look at the moon.
Honestly,
to see them
it was so formative that moment where he was separated and lost and alone and whatever, and he was looking up at the moon and singing the same
Somewhere
song.
Out
Mom was singing, looking at the same moon. There was something.
That was his sister.
Oddly. That's right. Comforting about that connectedness that, like, no matter how alone you are,
how far apart you are, it helps to know we're looking at the same bright star.
Right.
And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome
no, if you
lullaby.
could wrap it. If you could wrap
it's almost the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Of course.
Well, I mean, you're 15 years younger than me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're right.
Okay.
All right. Well, that'll do it for In Case You Missed It. That's it.
We learned a lot, didn't we?
We did.
A lot of emotional catharsis.
Speaking of emotional catharsis, stay tuned. Up next, Slices. You're listening to Daywave. The song is Something Here. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard DJ Khaled featuring Beyonce and Jay-Z, probably for the first time ever on the Relevant Podcast. It's their new single. The song is called Shining. Okay, it's time for Slices. What do you have, Jesse?
All right, well, this is interesting and terrifying at the same time. That's, in my opinion, what makes for a good slice. We are one step closer to telepathy. The ability to communicate using only the power of your mind. So researchers at MIT have created this robot, and they call the robot Baxter, and they've made it like weirdly human-like, but it's essentially a way to like perform experiments with communicating with a device using only your brain power. So basically, here's what they did. They created this like robot dude named Baxter that has like 2 arms, and it has like a little Etch-a-Sketch iPad looking screen for its face, and you could see its facial expressions that they've programmed into it. So they're testing the ability for a person to put on this helmet with all these like electrodes and stuff that measures like brain signals. And they will send signals to Baxter to let the robot know if it's doing something right or wrong. So basically, they had two containers. One container said paint, and the other said wire. And they had him pick up either a can of spray paint or like a spool of wire. And he would hold it over the container. And if he was like holding the wire over the paint container, the person who was controlling him would think like, Baxter, you're doing something wrong. Baxter's face would turn to a frown, and then he would put it in the correct container. So unlike some other like controls with robots, this isn't using visual sensors to like look at the person's like facial expressions. This is shaming the robots with thoughts. Like literally, they're casting shame just by thinking about how wrong the robot is. So this is like a pretty groundbreaking innovation. But they say it's only like the first in a bunch of things we might be able to do with like brain power soon. They think that it's not that far off to think that you could maybe even fly a plane just by thinking about it.
Why did they go immediately to flying a plane? Why does that have to be the next example? Why couldn't it have been just something like...
Well, so basically any robotic electrical thing you could control.
I want a robot to go get me a Diet Coke. That'd be fine.
You just have to think about it like,
Right. I'm sitting there watching Netflix and I think, sure would like a sandwich. Right? And
my only thing is like, how does no robot knows when to stop like reading your thoughts? Like if I like, let's say
what happens if you have
you're
a
thinking
dream
about like, robot, go grab me a
What
Coke,
if you fall asleep watching your movie and you're dreaming about, President Lincoln getting shot, and now the robot goes and gets a gun.
Right. It's polishing.
And he's after Lincoln.
And you wake up and Lin-Manuel Miranda's been killed.
Yeah, and you have the blood of a Lincoln impersonator on your hands, Eddie.
No, seriously,
it's
though,
all fun and games.
Yeah, that is.
I think
terrifying.
you just take the hat off. It's when they implant it in your head that we got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but what if you fall asleep with the hat on?
I mean, it's comfortable. It's a really comfortable hat.
Yeah, it's like a head massage
my
all the
Fitbit
time.
knows when I'm sleeping. Maybe the robot would know.
The crazy thing is like this actually like the brain signals go faster than someone could even speak. So like this is like a more efficient way to like communicate. Like let's say with like Cameron, you have like what's the Amazon thing? I always forget their names. Alexa, right?
Oh, Alexa, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like you have to speak to Alexa.
Yeah.
They say that this would read the signal faster. Because your mind has to like formulate what it wants to say. It like knows you want Alexa to do something, but then you have to form the thoughts.
So
and,
all
and
of a
speech.
sudden, she's just saying the weather, and you feel oddly satisfied.
But yeah, exactly.
Or like you're in the mood to hear Miles Davis while you're cooking your HelloFresh box, and Miles Davis music just starts playing.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm totally into that.
I'm glad you all are pulling out the positive things because this sounds terrifying.
It sounds terrifying.
To me.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting. I'm still back on the making me a sandwich thing. Flying an airplane? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Driving a car? No.
So your vision for robotic futures is essentially the Jetsons. You want a Rosie the robot.
I do.
Yeah.
Make the bed.
See,
do my laundry and dishes. Mm-hmm. Essentially, that's what I want.
That would be cool. If
a
you're
Rosie.
like, I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to clean the house. And then you open your eyes and bam.
Right.
I feel like
Mr. J.
I feel like I'm always thinking about food, so that would be the primary task of my robot. I would literally just close my eyes and soon, meatball sub. I was literally just thinking about that. Thank you, Baxter. Fresh baked cookies. Thank you. Another meatball sub. How did you know?
How'd you know?
That's like going to Magic Games.
It's like a precog.
Exactly. Like they're like, this thing can fly a plane somewhere, and it's like, yeah, but. Man, I could use a salami sandwich right now.
Gosh, you think this thing knows how to use a panini press? Because if I got to choose, I'm definitely going panini over flying a plane. Like, that is an amazing thing to be able to do.
That's crazy.
The future is now, Jesse.
Yeah. So anyway, they're working on this right now, and it's functioning at MIT. Right now, a lot of the functionality is relatively binary, so it's either you got it wrong or you got it right. But they're establishing like maps of areas of the brain so that it will be able to like communicate in a more sophisticated means. So it's only a matter of time before we're
I gotta think that the robot labs at MIT would have some crazy stuff going down that we don't know about.
Oh, totally.
Like,
oh yeah.
Because like that video that we put on the website last week about a robot that runs around with legs.
Yeah.
And then jumps and runs and it looks like a cheetah.
It's probably like half the students there.
My favorite video ever, I think, is there's one of they did that, except it was like their job was to try to knock it down. And so this thing is just running up to him and they are just beating it. And it's falling down to the ground and it kind of like scrambles and then it's like back up on its feet.
It's like you feel a little bad because it's like there's no situation where you're allowed to just run up beside a dog and just kick it while it's running. That's just a horrible human being thing to do. But if it's like a robot dog that looks like it looks a lot like a robot, but your job, your job in the lab is like, hey, dude, your thing is you have to just go kick them as hard as you can to try to knock them over. Even if it's like one of those robots that's like, it looks like a dude. It looks like some kind of like, it's shaped, it has arms and legs, it's got like weird little screen eyes, and your job is just to go like office linebacker style and just tackle it while it's not looking.
As it's saying out loud, like, no, please don't,
like,
no.
I want to learn to love, and you just come out of nowhere, just clothesline that guy from behind.
You got to overcome those objections and beat it to the ground. It may have laser beams on. You don't know. We have to learn.
All right, what do you have, Chelsea?
Wow, what a fascinating place that was.
And then you shame it with your thoughts too, as it's laying there and it can't get up.
I mean, we really are on a slippery slope toward the Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is no
way
that this isn't going to happen one day where the robots that...
Liquid metal police officers.
Yeah, I mean, there's... definitely happening. All right, what do you have, Chelsea?
Australia is testing out female pedestrian crossing lights in a push for gender equality. The Guardian reported that 10 street crossing lights in the center of Melbourne, Australia, will be fitted out with female figures as a 12-month trial to reduce unconscious bias. The initiative is being spearheaded by the Committee of Melbourne, and their chief executive, Martine Letts, told ABC, the idea is to install traffic lights with female representation as well as male representation to help reduce unconscious bias. It's a practical and meaningful way to demonstrate the fact that 50% of our population is female. I don't know how they'll measure whether or not female traffic lights are affecting our unconscious bias at the end of this 12 months. But it is interesting to let a female figure represent something that's gender neutral when typically men do. I don't know how.
I thought they were gender neutral, those things. I didn't know it was a boy or a girl.
Well, but typically, like if you look, the crosswalk figures are the same ones you see like on a restroom,
right?
You know, basically.
Oh yeah.
And so like the female one typically in like sign form has like the dress. And so, you know, I think when it comes to like unconscious bias, the fact that they're using the same signal for like a men's room as they are for every crosswalk, I think that's the argument that they're making, that, you know, somehow there's like this gender superiority because we're using that signal, even though like if you saw the lit up crossing signal of like the woman figure, it would serve the exact same purpose, but they're all the male figure for some reason.
I was in DC and there was a crosswalk right by the Smithsonian, and it was a full family. It was like a dad and a wife and a little kid, and they were all dressed in real clothes.
What?
And like one of them was carrying a shopping bag, and it was like a yellow and black crosswalk sign. I took a picture of it. Like it's bizarre. Like Cohen and I were very confused by it.
Have you guys taken those implicit bias tests yet? Harvard just started putting them out.
I am an MIT guy.
Okay.
I mean, I did one, but I did all of my thoughts and it didn't register my answer.
I had my robot do it.
It just showed me pictures of meatball subs the entire time.
I'm pretty deep in an experiment where I beat on robot dogs pretty hard. So I haven't really had time.
Eddie is the Michael Vick of the robot dog world. Too soon.
Wow.
You were saying.
Soon. When you're done with that, Harvard has these implicit bias tests that go so quickly, it measures your thoughts before you can really think about how you would want to think you perceive things. And they have them on everything from like race, gender, and just a bunch of different things where people have maybe prejudices that they don't, that they're not aware of.
Or that they won't admit.
Right. Yeah. Well, I had some that I wasn't aware of. I took one based on gender and I was like, I don't know. I think that women are just as capable as men at things. And apparently I don't think that, because in my test, I don't want to give away anything.
I would like you to.
There was a part of mine where I believed that men were more capable at things regarding math and science than women were. Crazy.
Oh, that is infuriating.
I know, and I would never.
How dare you, Chelsea?
I don't think that I think that, but it like asks you things so quickly that you just kind of have to.
Not only are women better at it, but my 5-year-old daughter is pretty close to just completely smoking me in the math department. So it's not just women and men. It's
I thought you were going to say
children.
she was pretty close to smoking. I was like, that's terrible. Get her in a different school.
No, that has actually been a really hard
First off, that's
part
terrible.
Of this year.
Dude, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, my sweet angel.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, yeah. So unconscious
Wait, so
bias.
we can go to Harvard's website and take it?
It's implicit.harvard.edu/implicit/
edu/Harvard.
We'll just Google Harvard implicit bias.
That's the longest URL ever.
Yeah, Google it. It's up there.
I'm
it's
biased
worth it.
against complicated URLs. I'll tell you that right now.
That's crazy.
I'm typing it. I'm like /edu/meatball sub. Darn it!
/Chelsea/ what's going on?
.biz.
Never-ending
/
story.
I'm confused.
/ All
right, what do you have, Eddie?
Atreyu. I have a different slice than I thought I was about to bring, but this is the one that I actually sent Jesse. So let's do this. Okay. You're a I guess we're all. I'm essentially a millennial, but I've had a job since I was 14, so I'm not a millennial. But you are square in it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Throwing
no.
shade there, man.
What's wrong with it?
He's saying that he's not a real millennial because he's had a job and a responsible life.
That's right. What's throwing shade? Everybody's moving to Nashville and just thinking about stuff.
Spending their
I worked at
entire
American Eagle when I was
workday
16.
at coffee shops. How is it? What is
How
do you make money?
How are you contributing to Social Security? What are you going to do? What are you going to do about retirement?
you sound like a millennial. Everyone say, hang out. Yeah, how much have you contributed? So, are you paying your fair share?
Yeah,
MIT runs on government grants here, and they're creating telepathic robots. How are you contributing to that, sir? Yeah, real fun, dude.
So a few schools, one of which being a school in North Bend, Oregon, but a few schools around the country have started to offer classes for millennials. The class is called Adulting 101, Basic How-Tos for ages 16 to 25. They will teach things in the class like, and Chelsea, I'd like you to be real honest about what in this class you would need to learn.
Happily.
How to fold sheets.
Yeah, you can fold sheets.
Well, hold on. What about the scrunchy ones?
Yeah,
the
I
elastic
love folding a
unfoldable.
fitted sheet.
Oh, right.
Trick
You bring
question.
the corners into
I watched
one another.
I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to fold
Cameron
a
can
fitted
take
sheet.
this class.
Yeah, I saw it on Martha Stewart one time.
Did you really? Mm-hmm. I don't do it. I kind of get it sort of square and just smush it down. But my flat sheet is perfection.
Oh, it is.
And I
immaculate.
use
You just lay that on
and
top.
I put it on top of it and then put it in the linen closet.
Yeah.
And it, like,
you
smushes.
know how you fold a fitted sheet? You ball it up and just jam it as deep into the corner of the closet
Because
as
it
possible.
doesn't matter because
doesn't
it's
matter.
always covered by other stuff.
Yeah, it's going to get stretched out anyway.
It's like ironing your undershirt. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Everybody-
we're good.
Okay.
You're a serial killer if you do that. I got news for you.
Do you know how to
That's
change a
the-
tire?
In theory, I could describe to someone how to do it, but I've
That's
never
a no.
had to.
That's a hard
But
no. Cook, you know how to cook
Like I
dinner?
can describe, I can
yes.
describe roughly how a car works, but there's no way I could build one.
No. You know how to cook dinner, and I'm not talking about stealing the HelloFresh box from us. I'm saying
in that case, no, I can't.
Okay, you do not. Do you know how to balance your budget?
Yes. With the help of mint.com.
Yeah, me too. So what actually sounds like basic life skills.
Eddie, define balance for me, please.
and also budget. Just kind of walk me through those terms. So there are...
What is serious question though? What is taxes?
Yeah.
Trying to crack that nut.
Yeah.
I'll even contact someone about that. And
So there are adulting classes and meetups for millennials navigating the transition to adulthood. While some would argue that this is just yet another form of coddling our millennial friends, others say that it's a positive, proactive approach to closing the knowledge gap. And the people in the class have said, you know what, I thought I was the only one that didn't know how to do this, but the classes are completely selling out because people just don't know, apparently, are missing something. Now, I think this is not the millennial fault because I
Thank you.
feel
I
like
was
it is
just
on.
about to say
I feel like
that.
it is incumbent upon me to teach even Lucy how to change a tire and balance a budget and all this kind of stuff. So I feel
you're saying
like
this isn't a millennial problem; it's a boomer problem.
So the end of my hot take is maybe they need parenting classes. You burned. You understand.
Well, here, this is. Did you guys take home ec? Because I took home ec when I was like in like 6th grade, and they went over like a lot of this stuff.
I didn't. I went to a little tiny Christian school. We didn't have all those fancy, extra classes like that.
No, you were in one of two electives. You could either be in head of the household or serving your husband. You got to go to one or the other. You had
and
to
it
go
was
to head of the
based on
household.
how you looked, comparable to a crosswalk sign.
Right. You definitely are a crosswalk guy.
But this isn't even a millennial issue only. I mean, like I'm 1 year, 2 years over millennial. I'm like in this weird tween. I'm not really X. I'm not really a millennial. I'm weird. But I didn't know how to like change a tire or change oil in a car. So in college, like I got a job with Motor Pool. Like we took care of the fleet of vehicles that the university owned, and like I learned I wanted to do this stuff.
Right.
And then like I was never taught how to cook. I was never taught how to do any of that stuff. And it's like I felt just as like lost as anybody else does,
Right. I feel like my job with Even Lou is like, understand God, be brave, understand their inherent worth, all that good stuff. But also when they say goodbye, they should be able to fully live on their own.
Yeah.
Like, and it's real general stuff. They're going to have to learn some of it. Like, we don't have to cover mortgages right away. They got 10 years before they do that. But like, I mean, I feel like that's a parent's job, boy or girl.
But here's okay. But I'm gonna like counter that a little because like at some point there was like a generation where be like, these kids coming up, they can't even start a fire without matches,
right?
Or they can't even snare a rabbit or skin it or whatever. At some point, it's like, you know what, dude, I have a cell phone. And if I get a flat tire, I can call AAA. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, there are, like, our generation doesn't necessarily need to have all of those skills that, our parents do. Some of them are practical. It's like, look, I'm not saying you shouldn't know how to change a tire, but at the same time, look, man, it's a different world than it was back, even a generation ago.
Right.
Where
no, I agree.
I don't have to learn to cook. If I want to eat out or have stuff delivered to me, there's technology that can do that. As long as I can earn an income to pay for it, I don't see what the big deal is,
I agree that maybe the lessons change, but I think generally, and I also think that some of them are just like the folding a sheet one. I'm like, okay, who cares? But there are some things like I think
laundry and cooking are like things every person should know how to do.
Every person should know, right?
Yeah.
And how to clean properly, like clean a home and,
how to generally manage your money.
Yeah.
Right? Like these are all things that...
I'll tell you, one of the most adult moments where I was like nervous because I didn't really know how to do it was the first time I had to write a check. Like nobody showed me how to write a check. Just hand me a checkbook. And I'm like, somebody's sitting there watching me fill it out for them. And I'm like,
or like 1,000.
I never watched my mom write checks. I don't know.
Right.
I always,
it's always weird.
And like I so rarely have to write checks for stuff these days, just because
just pest control.
You use
one check a month.
Yeah. But at the same, every time I write a check, there's three thoughts go through my head when I'm writing a check. Is one, I have terrible penmanship. Like I don't even know when the last time I wrote my own name was.
Yeah.
Like this is barely like my mind. I don't feel like is communicating properly with my hand at this point.
Right. You're just holding. You don't even know how to hold the pen. You're holding it like one of those big
it's
fat
like,
crayons.
am I even right-handed? I can't remember. I think so.
Yeah.
This feels more natural, but it sure looks like I wrote it with left-handed. Right. And then like I never know what the date is because it's like, why else do I need to know that? I have a computer and a phone that I'm on all the time. And two, I'm always like, I can't remember. Do I sign the front of this thing, right? Like if I get it, I sign the back. I know the answer, but every time I have the same panic attack when it's time to write a check.
I've never signed the back of a check. Like I just put it in the ATM deposit and it takes it. I think
you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to if you get one.
Yeah, you sign the back.
I've never done that.
Wow.
The money's always ended up in the account.
A bank checks.
See, nobody told me this.
No, you know what?
Exactly.
You know why it doesn't matter? Because
Exactly,
you can take
man.
a picture of the front of your check and like upload it to your bank.
Up to a pretty low dollar
here's
amount.
like,
another
come
one
on, at
that
this
I
point, they
noticed.
don't care.
Okay, here's another baffling because I learned this. I think I learned this in home ec too. Like when I took it back,
Can you make a souffle?
Sixth grade. They had like a check writing thing, and they said that you should write out in cursive on the line like how much the check is for. And do like and so many cents and then like write a line so no like nefarious pest control guy could match your cursive and somehow write in more money there. But the thing is like these days it says dollars on there. Like you can't even write a check for like a a specific cent amount because it says it completes the sentence for you. It says dollars.
You know what I do?
It threw out the whole home ec system.
I put the fraction. I do the no over 100.
I do that.
And so
absolutely. That's a great thing. They teach that probably in the class.
0, 0
Probably.
over
Yeah, I think it's a good course.
Hey, your home ec course, public school?
Yeah. Yep.
Did y'all cook?
We did we did like a cooking demonstration, right? But we didn't all like cook our own meals. I remember
That's the other thing. Nobody ever taught me how to cook. Nobody
we
ever.
had, and you know what? They switch it up. So like sometimes it was like household stuff, and then you move to like a shop class for a couple of weeks, and you build like a birdhouse. And then we used sewing machines, and I made a wicked tote bag too.
There you go.
See,
I don't know how to sew.
Me neither.
I would like to know how to sew. I'd like to hem my own pants. I'm so cheap. I don't want to go somewhere.
I'd like to learn how to sew. I'd like to fashion
Never
myself
too
a nice
late.
shirt.
YouTube videos.
They had these sewing. I specifically remember they gave us like a bag of fabric and like straps and stuff. And you had to make it into a tote bag, but they were really cool sewing machines because you used like the foot pedal, like you see like sewing machines in the movie, and like the harder you press it, the faster the needle goes. And they didn't want you going too fast because it messes up the needles in the sewing machine and like your tote bag. I got 2 speeding tickets in that class for sewing too fast, and my tote bag looked awful. But I got the experience.
I like these adulting classes. I think it's a good idea, but I'm sad that people have to take it. I mean, why not better yourself? I'm all about continuing education.
Yeah, I do think though. I mean, there's like this generation has tools available that others didn't, in the sense that like you can go on YouTube and watch. You can learn how to do anything watching YouTube tutorials.
Right, like we don't have to learn how to use a map anymore. There's 12 satellites pointing at us anywhere on the globe. You're done. You're fine.
Yeah,
You don't need to know north. You don't even need to know cardinal directions. Just be able to type in, burrito world, and then off you go. Why couldn't I set a real restaurant?
Like, dude, you could never survive in the wild. I'm like, so what, dude? I'm never going to be in the wild by myself. Like, I'm never without my foot. What scenario am I lost in the wild? I don't even know where the closest forest is.
Unless I have the gift of discernment.
That's not a concern of mine.
Yeah, I feel like because of my gift of discernment, I could kind of feel my way out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm probably heading the right way.
Yeah, I could probably call someone and be like, hey, dude, I'm lost in the forest. I'll put a pin exactly where I am.
Yeah.
Send someone to come get me.
I don't know. I think a lot of those hiking trails in Colorado and stuff like that, people legitimately get lost. I mean, like,
but that's when you realize, I'm about to go on a hiking trail, learn how to use a map.
Okay, you're right.
Well,
So
and
prepare yourself for the
Cameron,
thing.
here's the other thing, man. You know who gets lost on those hiking trails? People who think they can survive in the wild. Like anyone you ever read about was like, oh, this person was an avid outdoorsman that spent years traversing these trails, and they get a little cocky out there. If you don't have the knowledge in the first place, you're not hiking out there. So I'm safer than they are because I don't have a false confidence that I can survive out there.
Oddly, everything Jesse just said is in a beautiful painted mural inside of our Lost in the Woods room in our bed and breakfast. That whole thing is just up on the wall, and then there's just pictures of people
Tips
that never
for survival.
never made it back.
Learn anything about nature.
In memoriam.
In memoriam, and you can stay in there, and you can also you can learn how to use a map in there too.
He ate poison berries 45 minutes into being lost.
Right.
That's how desperate he was.
Yeah, and he had Google. He could have just taken a quick picture.
He had snacks.
Yeah, he just right. He had 15 dozen kind bars in a backpack. He could have figured it out.
He just said he was kind of tired of them.
Yeah, I was so over them. So I ate poison.
All right, well, that'll do it for Slices.
I hope you like that, Jenny Yang.
Stay tuned. Up next, the substance of the show, Matt Chandler.
My baby, you shook. There you go again, talking, no clue. Feel. There you go again, talking, no clue. I'm on to something more than you. Kill me with silence, I'll kill it with words. When our friends start repeating, the kills of the words. I tell it every day, my baby's in books. My baby's in songs now, my baby you shook.
You're listening to Alan Raymond. The song is 13. Well, this week's feature interview is brought to you by Warby Parker. Warby was founded with a rebellious spirit and a lofty goal to create boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Prescription eyewear shouldn't cost you more than a plane ticket or a new phone. By circumventing traditional channels and engaging with customers directly through their site and retail stores, Warby Parker is able to provide high-quality, good-looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the price. The Warby Parker aesthetic is vintage-inspired with a contemporary twist. Every pair is custom-fit with anti-reflective polycarbonate prescription lenses.
Yes, they are.
And available exclusively through Warby Parker's site and retail stores, glasses start at just $95, including the prescription lenses. And this is the best part of Warby. Not only are they cool and affordable, but for every pair that you buy, Warby gives sight to somebody in need. Almost 1 billion people worldwide lack access to glasses. And Warby Parker partners with nonprofits like Vision Spring to ensure that for every pair of glasses sold, a pair is distributed to someone in need. Really cool.
Literally love Warby Parker. Can't speak highly enough of it.
Yeah, they're amazing. Literally, people come to me like after church on Sunday. A guy was like, "Hey, a friend. He's like, I'm thinking about getting new glasses. I'm going to do the Warby try on. Do you like? I'm like some sort of like Warby Parker advocate now.
But who? I'm at this point. I'm like, where else would you get glasses? What are you going to go to like a store? you're standing there in this like terrible, awful Vision store, and it's just like dumb.
Well, for people who don't know Warby buying experience, how do you know what looks good on your head? Well, Warby Parker makes buying glasses online easy and risk-free.
Yes.
Their home try-on program allows you to order 5 pairs of glasses shipped directly to your door, where you can try them on in the comfort of your own home and get feedback from friends and social media. And then you can have them for 5 days, feel them out, and then you can send them back using a prepaid free return shipping label with no obligation to purchase. 100% free. And if you've been blessed with perfect vision, unlike most of us on the podcast other than Chelsea. Warby also, it's coming up to be bright and, winter's leaving us. Summer, spring, you might need some new sunglasses. Warby has sunglasses too. They start at just $95, including polarized lenses. They are available with a prescription or without. So there you go.
And you can also, they have a new feature called Random Prescription, where they'll just put in God knows what, and you can just see how it suits you.
Like prescription roulette. Try them on at your house.
They don't have that option.
No,
I just want to be real cool. They're a really great sponsor.
Head to warbyparker.com/relevant to order your free home try-ons today. Choose the 5 frames you want to try on, mail the frames back, choose your favorite pair to have your prescription added, and order. Warby Parker makes your experience completely risk-free and free shipping all around. Visit warbyparker.com/relevant. Begin your free home try-on experience today.
I wish I remembered which frames I had, and you could tell us which frames.
I'm going to get some new sunglasses.
I have the Haskell.
You have the Haskell? I forget what mine are, because I thought all of our relevant listeners, we could all have the same glasses.
That would be great.
So they either bought the Chandlers or the Eddies.
The Chandlers or the Eddies. The Cohens. Cohen has it.
Cohen is very
cool.
handsome.
Yeah.
I want to get black glasses.
Really?
I'm changing my look.
You don't think you would kind of look like the Hamburglar? You'd have to have like a raccoon kind of black stripe around your eyeballs.
But I have a whole vision. We'll talk about it later.
Really? What's your vision?
I want
glasses,
cool
mostly.
Bono style yellow lenses, so no one can really tell what I'm looking at.
Yes, I just want old fashioned looking glasses.
Like what do you mean? Like how
like
old?
army, like military issue, like in the movies?
Yes.
Or are you talking like Matlock?
But how Warby Parker would do it. So they're like cool and vintagey looking, but they don't look like antiques.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I just want some more timeless frames, is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I want frames that when I look back at the picture of myself from right now, I would never think like, oh, those were kind of the moment.
I like lighter and clear frames.
Yes.
I've gotten past. I have a lot of dark black or dark brown stuff, and I found myself just wearing my kind of clearish frames a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know what I've picked, but we're about to make a big change.
Really?
Wow.
It's glasses only, and growing my hair out.
Growing your hair out?
No, that's a lie. I could never. Can you imagine?
Matt Chandler is the lead pastor of teaching at the Village Church in Flower Mound, Texas, and is the president of the Acts 29 Network. He's authored a number of books, including Creature of the Word and the Explicit Gospel. But recently, we saw a video that he did teaching on Lent and why their church is embracing Lent. Since we're in the Lent season, we figure who better to talk to about Lent and how we can embrace it in our own lives. Here is part of our conversation with Matt Chandler.
Lent is one of those topics I feel like, especially among a lot of our readers, and maybe even, I don't want to stereotype like evangelicals or generalize too much, but I feel like it's something that, is really worth exploring for people who didn't really grow up in like liturgical traditions.
Oh, well, I totally agree. I mean, obviously agree.
Yeah. So why do you think that is? Why do you think so many evangelicals tend not to practice Lent?
But, it's hard to kind of narrow it down to one thing. I think depending on where you are in the country, those reasons can vary. I know what I've come across here in the Dallas area with the people I've talked to is that, one, there's just nobody really understands what it is, or secondly, they chalk it up to something Catholics do and Protestants don't.
What are some of the misconceptions? Because you say, maybe they don't know what it is. So what are some of those like misconceptions that they maybe have? So again,
I think they know so little about what it is, except maybe from a Catholic friend back in high school or some understanding in college of Fat Tuesday, or seeing a friend with the ashes on their head on Ash Wednesday. So there hasn't really, I think by and large, evangelicals don't understand or appreciate the church calendar, and really an understanding that throughout Scripture and throughout human history, God's used feast, fast, and festivals to shape his people. And so I think for evangelicals, the idea is, hey, read your Bible, pray a little bit, and you're going to be fully formed. But I just think that's a real kind of an anemic view of things. Although I certainly wouldn't want to take anything away from the sufficiency of the Scriptures, I just think that the Scriptures kind of teach about these seasons and rhythms that we should give ourselves over to.
Just for a little context, for people who, have a very surface level understanding of Lent, can you describe what the season of Lent is and how traditionally a lot of Christians have used it as a time for a really specific spiritual exercise?
So Lent is the 40 days leading up to Easter weekend. And so those 40 days have historically been used by the church to take and to fast from one thing or something per week, depending on how you approach it. I've seen it done multiple ways. And it's a way of trying to orient or reorient the heart around the coming of Christ's death and resurrection, so that you can, like Jesus turning his face towards Jerusalem, if I'm thinking of the Gospel of Luke, that we begin to turn our face towards maybe Maundy Thursday or Good Friday and on into Easter weekend, where there's been this kind of reorienting of our hearts around the reality that Christ has died for our sins and he resurrected from the grave as evidence that all of our sin has been fully, freely, and forever paid for in his life, death, and resurrection.
Now, I not to overgeneralize, but I grew up in a tradition where some of these outward spiritual exercises were sort of rejected because they didn't want to come across as like pious or overly spiritual or legalistic. But when it comes to something like that, Lent, why is this sort of overcorrection an incorrect posture to take?
Well, because I think that any spiritual discipline can be taken and emptied of its purpose of connecting us in a very real sense, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, to our God. And so I think that if you're doing Lent to where it really is a public display of your own piety, then I think you're doing Lent incorrectly. I think Jesus's encouragement to, when you fast, right, you put oil on, you wash your face, you look bright, because we're not trying to contort or distort our bodies. We're just trying to reorient our souls. And so literally any of the spiritual disciplines can be made to be empty and rote, and you can say, oh man, they're just trying to look a certain way. But man, at that point, you're beginning to judge the person's heart. And man, I'm just going to try to be real careful of not giving my brothers and sisters the benefit of the doubt.
You mentioned reorienting ourselves, especially in leading up to Christ, how we recognize Christ's crucifixion, resurrection. What is it specifically about Lent that represents something about the nature of the resurrection and the crucifixion and the nature of Christ that we can learn from practicing it?
Well, part of what you're doing in Lent is you're giving up something that's desirous of, in your heart, so that you might kind of, in a very real way, begin to get your mind around Christ giving up his life for us. And so it's such a small thing, but I think it can be such a profound thing, like fasting itself. As we feel hunger in our bellies, our hearts are reminded that we have a greater hunger, and we take those moments of breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, and we use that moment to cry out, much like David does in the Psalms, for the Lord to be our portion, for a desire to seek him and know him like a deer pants for water, to have a soul that longs for him and hungers for him. And so Lent is that process, the 40 days leading up to Easter morning.
So one of the things that the principles that it's built on is the idea of fasting, and you mentioned that helps kind of reorient us because we're constantly reminded of like a need for something, not just physically but also spiritually. But that also seems, and this could just be my perception, but it seems like fasting isn't something that we frequently hear about. Do you think that fasting is something that Christians could benefit from, not just in Lent, but incorporating more into their regular part of their spiritual lives?
I certainly believe so. And we've taught that way at the Village for years, and not fasting so that we might get God to do something for us, although I think there is some merit to that. I think that weaving into kind of your rule of life or rhythm of life, regular seasons of fasting to remind you in a deeper way of wanting a greater longing and zeal for the Lord is just a good thing to weave into your life. And so, we kind of operate with an understanding kind of rule of life. What do you, when you think about your pursuit of Christ and you think about that annually, and you think about it monthly, and you think about it weekly, and you think about it daily, what does it look like for you to be very serious about making Christ your treasure and longing to understand and grow in a knowledge of him rooted in the scriptures that leads to greater worship, that leads to a greater hunger for him, that leads to greater worship, that leads for greater hunger to him, that leads to worship. And so to get into that cycle, what do I want to do annually? So if I think of my own life and the rhythms we try to establish here at the Village, and we do Advent here at the Village, we lay before our people the opportunity to do Lent. We do a Good Friday service. We have a block in January where we are prayerful around social issues, the social issues of our day that we think are significant, give ourselves over to worship and prayer around those things in the month of January. And these are rhythms that we try to establish at the church. So those would be annual rhythms. And then there are monthly rhythms and weekly rhythms and then daily rhythms. And you can take that all the way down to hourly rhythms that we want to kind of weave into our lives to keep ever before us a desire to know and experience and love Jesus all the more.
That was Matt Chandler. Make sure to check out his latest book, Creature of the Word. You're listening to Local Natives. It's a remix, a classics remix of Dark Days. Okay, everybody. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
It's that time of year. Once again, donning the top hats. Get your best attire. Everybody's excited. It is time for the 2017, the 7th annual Oskarz.biz Awards.
That's right. Coming to you live from Burbank, New Jersey. It's a street called Burbank, and we're in New Jersey right now.
We got a lot of people still voting, and I just want to say, get those votes in. Matt Stockton just sent us a picture. Did you see this? Those are Matt and a bunch of coworkers all watching all of the Oskarz.biz videos and voting. There's 4 people there.
Yeah.
And they work at some sort of design skateboard company.
PricewaterhouseCoopers staff right there.
Yeah. We are so.
And I can say that, Cameron, we are very, very honored to have a special sponsor this year. Would you like to introduce them?
This year's Oskarz.biz Awards are powered by the Marshall's Spice Aisle. Specifically the Spice Aisle.
Love it. Who knows how old those spices are?
I actually, this year I picked up in the goodie bag that the Marshall Spice Aisle irregular can of oregano that was originally 1997. I wrote a check for it for the exact amount, and I got ill for a day and a half. But
oregano.
But again, it was irregular, so you're rolling the dice. But Spice Section, thank you.
Irregular oregano.
I would like to make a little announcement about this year's Oskarz Awards. We announced on last week's podcast that on Friday we were going to have a live nomination event, a Facebook Live event, and reveal all the nominees for this year's Oskarz.biz Awards. That did not happen because when we got in the studio to do it, Jesse had previously, the night before, made the Oskarz.biz website powered by Squarespace this year. His first year, I had not done it, and we got here to do the nomination special, and nothing worked right.
Well, let me just say this is not a Squarespace issue.
Not at all. And so I had to redo the website on Friday night. So we announced to everybody, hey, it'll just be an online voting this year. There's no Facebook Live special. I'll do it tonight when I get home. Well, I went to a Magic game that night, and then when I got home, fired up the old Netflix, put on some background music while I was going to work on the site. Got watching The People versus O.J. Simpson.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you what.
That'll get you.
I'll tell you what. I watched half of it on Friday night and half of it on Saturday night. Totally forgot about the Oskarz.biz website. Woke up on Saturday morning and finally did it. And so I kept updating the splash page on the site saying, check back, it'll be up by midnight. Voting will be live. And then I changed it to by Saturday morning. And then I changed it to by lunch on Saturday. And then it was like on Saturday. And it finally did get up. So all of you who are clamoring.
It's funny you say that. I just received an email. The Spice Section at Marshall's, the aisle has revoked their sponsorship. Thankfully, I've worked out a side deal with TJ Maxx Electronics up by the cash register. So knock off earbuds, some wireless stuff you didn't know you needed, and a remote control car are all sponsored us this year. Thank you, TJ Maxx.
No big deal. TJ Maxx.
You know how you look at art and everybody kind of sees different things in the art?
I see.
That's kind of how Oskarz.biz.
Like we're all standing about an inch away from an elephant. None of us know it's an elephant, but we all see the whole thing.
You put your hand out, you feel
God.
something there.
Yeah.
This is the internet's magic eye for people who can't see
heard that
magic
analogy.
eyes. You just see the cool pattern.
Recording?
You don't know what's under there. But you can still appreciate it.
Without any further ado, I think we should bring the people the winners of this year's Oskarz.biz Awards. Now, I will say this, caveat. There are 9 categories this year. 2 of them are a visual-only category. So to experience those, you will need to go over to Oskarz.biz and see them for yourselves. We're not going to try to like paint an audio picture for you on the show, but all the rest of them are clips that we can play, and so it works on the podcast.
So thank you for that introduction, Cameron. I'm proud to announce the first category in the 2017 Oskarz.biz Awards, brought to you by the Electronics by the Cash Register at TJ Maxx. Batteries not included. Best 80s Christian song brought back by the internet. And your nominees are The New Thang Kid.
You'd always doing it.
Little Eddie.
Doing a new thing. You'd always doing it.
Who's doing
it? You'd always doing it. Who's doing it?
I love how out of breath
You
he
really
is.
need to be watching the dance routine right now. He's wearing his little Zubaz pants and his Reebok pumps.
This is literally a breathless performance. He can barely breathe.
Yeah, okay, so New Thang Kid.
The workout video, Blessercise, Christian workout with Mary Chapin. Let's hear a clip from Blessercise. I believe Mary actually composed the music to this, as well as donning the unitary.
It's gonna be fun to exercise with Jesus, to be fit with him in every way.
The great thing about Blessercise, guys, it's worship and exercise at the same time. 30 minutes, get your day going.
It's a nice song.
They are jogging down. There's a group of friends jogging down the beach as the title graphics are rolling for Blessercise.
I think that the next year's Trapped in a Cage is I have to do this workout routine every day, P90X style, and then take like shirtless pictures to measure the impact. And if there's only way I can measure my soul too, that's only fair to Mary there.
Yeah.
Your next is the experimental church singer.
Okay, this is interesting. It's a typical, like, a special song service. They're taking the offering, a good old Pentecostal or Baptist church in the early 90s, late 80s, and he does.
There he goes.
And he starts singing in a child's voice about being fearfully and wonderfully made. Halfway, the second verse of the song, he does as a little kid, like a cartoon voice.
That is terrifying.
I wonder how many churches this guy played back in the 80s. Like, was he just make like, hey, have you guys heard? There's a guy that does a verse in a kid's voice. It's super creepy.
It's the strangest thing I've ever witnessed, and I witnessed it at Oskarz.biz.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And finally, your last nominee for 80s Christian video, gloriously brought back by the internet, Bible Rappin'.
It's the Rapping Bible.
There was dark everywhere. Then the man said, and the light was there. He said, I done.
This is like Hamilton.
I was going to say, right now, I wanted to say, Lin-Manuel Miranda, take notes, sir.
Beginning of that, beginning of this.
Finally, the good book is bad, and his word is nasty.
Check it out, there's town called Sodom and Gomorrah.
I can't tell watching this whether, when I was posting this, I was like, was this made ironically or was this real? And I still don't know. That's part of the charm of Bible rapping.
Well, it was interesting. The voting went not as I expected.
Really?
Yeah. Because I really thought...
I saw people campaigning over this one.
I thought that the Mary, whatever, the dancing lady was going to win.
Not Blessercise.
No.
This is an upset.
Blessercise, not even close. Are we ready to hear the winner?
Yeah.
The winner was New Thing.
Yeah.
I think it's because we did a pretty big expose a few years ago and actually spoke to the New Thing kid as an adult.
That's true, we did.
He's a lawyer
on
now.
the show.
A lawyer, got a
Really?
nice life carved out for himself, and he doesn't shy away from it. But I think that because he is such a friend of the show, and
so you think it was kind of like he had an unfair advantage?
I just think that we know he's our heart and soul.
Yeah.
He is in so many ways what drives this show.
We are New Thing Kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We're all New Thing Kid. At some point, we were all him.
Yeah, because
we weren't that creepy dude singing in the child's voice. I'll tell you that for sure.
So congratulations to New Thing.
New Thing Kid.
Big.
Yeah.
That was a real.
This is a big year
moment.
for DC Talk.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
They win this, they're gonna have a cruise.
I have a feeling we haven't heard the last from them on the Oskarz.biz.
I have a feeling we have not.
Best/worst Pokemon Go inspired church sign. As you guys remember, Pokemon Go was a big thing this year, guys. And a lot of these gyms that people would go to find Pokemon were around churches. So, as church sign writers do, they found an opportunity to crank out some pretty good puns. And your nominees are Naples Church of Christ. So you found a Pokemon. Do you know the joy of finding Jesus? Checkmate atheist on that one.
Very solid.
Oh, man.
This is going to be a tight one because I looked at what Kenwood Church of Christ did. Pokemon Go is trying to tell you something. Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Wow, get some butts in the seats there.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, because they by Pokemon Go putting the gym on the church property, the game's trying to tell you should come here. I get it.
Clearly, that was God putting that gym there. Yeah. St. John Lutheran Church and Child Daycare in Missouri. Okay, this one I feel like got a little edgy, and I feel like this is the clear favorite. I don't know theologically if we can support this. Jesus died to catch them all.
I don't even know what that means. And actually, it isn't in Missouri, Jesse. It's the Missouri Synod of the Lutheran Church. It's the sign was spotted in South Milwaukee.
So the whole thing is confusing.
Jesus died to catch them all.
I'd like to just take this moment, and I believe I bring this up yearly, that the entire Oskarz.biz is just a romp through Jesse's life and brain.
It's basically his browser cache.
Yeah, let's just vote on stuff that Jesse looked at today. And it vexes me, but I'm still with you. So continue on. One more in the category. There's a clear winner, by the way.
Yeah, the First Baptist Church also had Looking for Pokemon or Jesus. Both are found here.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Eddie. And the winner is?
The winner is, by a long shot, St. John Lutheran Church. Jesus died to catch them all. Call the church, 481-0520. Services on 9 and Thursday at 7 p.m. to bring the kids in.
I wonder how many questions he got, even for people in the church, be like, listen, A for effort, but that makes zero sense.
Right. It made no sense. I think the other ones kind of canceled each other out.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. This one stood out from the pack.
Right. So, congratulations.
Good job.
Yeah. Well, this one was obvious, and I guess we don't have to play. We'll just play clips from the two of the shorter ones because they are so recent memory. Best award show mess up. First up was the big faux pas between Moonlight and La La Land.
Y'all saw that live, right? Y'all saw.
Oh yes.
It was jarring.
I loved it.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's like that moment you're like realizing you're watching a moment. Like you're watching TV history happen right now.
I love TV that anything could happen.
I like to think that it was what America felt in 1969 when they watched man set foot on the moon for the first time.
Probably similar.
We all are watching it and we know that this is something that I'll remember forever.
Mm-hmm. I just was at the Smithsonian last week and saw like the suits that stepped on the moon. I was like, am I watching the Oscars right now? I'm like right in the same moment. It's like a weird back and forth time continuum.
So that one's fresh in our minds, but we don't have to go too far back for Steve Harvey's now legendary Miss Universe faux pas. Let's hear a clip.
They're crowning her.
I have to apologize.
Oh, it's the best. Steve Harvey is the best.
So uncomfortable.
The first
I have to apologize.
is Colombia.
Oh, I love it. I never get old. That one never gets old.
Cameron is entranced right now.
I haven't seen this. I saw the aftermath, but like this is my Scott's Tots. I can't handle this. So like I'm like I had successfully avoided the awkwardness of that clip until this moment.
It is terrible.
Speaking of awkwardness,
oh no.
The next nominee is John Travolta introducing a name he cannot pronounce. Here's the clip.
Gorgeously empowering song, Let It Go, from the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen. Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Whose real name is, what is the woman's real name? I forget.
Idina Mendes?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah. But every part of his enunciation was awkward. Not just that the pronunciation of the name. He literally just made up. The wickedly talented He sounds like a robot trying to be John Travolta. It's very strange. And finally, one that, again, it's so fresh in our mind, we don't have to hear the whole thing. But Adele circling back, canceling a song midstream, and starting over her tribute to George Michael. This is a close category. Eddie, do we have a winner?
We do. Are we ready? The winner is Steve Harvey messing up Miss Universe.
Oh. Wow.
I have to apologize.
He handled that well.
Guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I read the results wrong. The winner is John Travolta doing Adele Dazeem.
I see what you did there.
Eddie, wow.
That's good. Adele
I
Dazeem.
like it. That joke still works at various points in the show because of that. Yeah.
Adele Dazeem, the big winner.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
this is a more obscure category. This is like in the Oscars where they give like best sound editing.
Okay.
You know, it's not really a crowd pleaser for a lot of people. Some people, this is the highlight though. You know, this one you got to get in there. This was my favorite joke on the internet. The What Idiot Award for best called it joke. Are you guys familiar with this joke format?
Yes.
Yes.
This is my all-time favorite Twitter joke that was going around. So these are several jokes on the same format. Which one nailed it best?
Okay.
What idiot called it a vet instead of a dog tur?
Dog turd. Dog turd.
Classic.
Dog tur.
Classic.
See what he did there?
That one didn't win, but a good one nonetheless.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. What idiot called them jet skis instead of motorcycles? What idiot called him What idiot called him Alexander Graham Bell instead of the Lord of the Rings?
Okay.
What
His
idiot?
His mom is good.
Yeah, that's the dad joke one. What idiot called this Scientology and not cruise control?
Nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
Clever.
There you go. What idiot called it the toaster and not the tanning bread?
Such a good one.
And the winner is.
By a long shot, tanning bread.
Yeah.
I was hoping motorcycles. I mean, the tanning bread is kind of a dark horse there.
Yeah,
but,
voting doesn't lie. That's just a real clever joke.
You know, this is the point of the show where I wanted to direct people to go online to view a tribute to our 2017 Oskarz.biz Person of the Year.
So it's kind of like the in memoriam segment with like soft music's playing. And,
Exactly.
and
We
this
do have an
year's-
in memoriam coming.
Yes.
But
that's true.
This is like the Lifetime Achievement Award.
That's it.
This is
Right.
like what like when Meryl Streep stands up and waves to everyone.
That's right. Or Carol Channing. Like, comes out there and warbles on stage. And everybody.
Hello, Dolly. Sing hello, Dolly.
Or like President Bush gets wheeled out and waves and tries to throw a ball.
And throws a baseball to his foot.
Bryce Harper just cracks a home run out of the. It's a special moment.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we can play the song while I kind of say a few words about the 2017 Person of the Year.
Yes.
This was not even close. Guy Fieri. Thank you, sir. Thank you and your donkey sauce. I've assembled a collection of tributes to Guy. Including a video of, it's only a montage of Guy Fieri eating at various locales, dives, diners, and dine-ins across the country to Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt. There you'll also see Guy Fieri's head as a dandelion with its hair being blown away. His facial hair and bleached spikes photoshopped on former President Bush, and a gif of him tremendously enjoying a slice of pizza. Guy Fieri, we salute you.
We salute
Not a
you.
dry eye in the house, guys.
Right.
Guy Fieri.
We obviously know what the winner is, right?
That was probably one of my most fun days at Relevant, just looking up Guy Fieri on the
Yeah, the winner, right? The winner is Guy Fieri eating to Johnny Cash's Hurt.
Yeah, of course. No question.
Easily, not close.
I mean, all of them were great, but that is just a moment
It's
on the
perfect.
internet that,
So this category is one that I feel like is pretty heated, pretty tight. It's the most disappointed DC Talk fan following the announcement of their cruise ship reunion.
we're not even talking about the graphics that are above each and every one of these questions. I don't know what insane person made that stuff up.
I did not.
Yeah, you're the insane person. I love it all.
It's just random stuff I found on my computer.
Oh, Sean.
Like literally, all of that stuff was just on my drive.
So this award goes through. You may remember DC Talk a while back was hyping something ambiguous leading up to a huge announcement.
2017. That's all it said.
So, yeah, fans all over the world thought this could be it. This could be the reunion.
Fans all over the world.
I know you were
Eddie.
excited.
Yeah, I was
this.
It was 3 months of podcast content.
I was extremely excited. I thought the guys were getting together. We had bantered around.
It was like the Jesus Freak font typeface. It said 2017. It was a black screen, and that's all it said.
And I thought, they're going to at least
and
do
they posted on Facebook.
I thought realistically they're going to do a little show in Nashville, right? Test the waters, join up with some of the other bands and
Audio
do a
Adrenaline,
festival
Newsboys.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Headline Coachella, something like that. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm not their manager. But that's not what happened, is it? We actually found out during the podcast. The announcement was made during a podcast recording. Oh, yeah.
Well, they were going to do a live video announcement at noon on this certain day, and we happened to be recording. So it went from Eddie being so excited about what we were going to find out, and then at exactly noon, he finds out that it's a cruise that they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing a DC Talk themed cruise. Eddie wasn't the only one who disappointed. Fans by the thousands came to troll them on Facebook. I have a few that I'd like to read, and we'll pick a winner.
No. We're looking at the results right now.
Yeah.
It's an overwhelming...
The people have voted. Is it Jason who said, seriously, that's it? Now I know how Ralphie from A Christmas Story felt when he decoded the message with his decoder. A lousy commercial.
Wow.
Jason, no one voted for you. Thousands of people voted and no one voted for you because nobody likes how unkind you were.
Sarah said, I feel like Clark Griswold, expecting a big fat Christmas bonus, instead getting a Jelly of the Month club. I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or even break something. Very disappointed, Sarah.
Sarah, again, you're a good person. Literally no one could vote for you. Next, that was just too unkind.
What about Nicholas? When I saw Cruise, my mouth dropped a little and I kind of died inside.
Got a bunch of votes on that because he put LOL at the end just to soften the blow.
Well, I'll tell you this, just being 4 feet away from Eddie when he got the news, I saw a part of you die too. Your left eye drooped like Valcor.
Oh yeah. And, I said offline, dude, they're doing a cruise. And that was it.
Yeah.
It was just...
All of a sudden the fun stopped.
It was, guess we're going to be on a boat.
Have you booked your tickets yet?
No, I'm waiting for them to invite me to MC or something. I'm not.
There is. Nigel wrote, there is a treason at sea. And finally, somebody just put the meme of the what lady.
Yeah. Congratulations, that's your winner. Yeah, the what sound effect is absolutely the winner. It was absolutely, I think.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
Very hard.
Yeah, terrible news. We need to bring this award show up. We had 2. We just had a depressing one.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
just
Smash
7
Mouth.
categories left, by the way.
No, we're almost done. Round and finish line. This is a big year for Smash Mouth on the
They're
internet.
everywhere.
Huge.
Big year.
This is their biggest year since like '97. I'm pretty sure this is a 20-year, and now they're the butt of an internet joke, which it never gets old. You may remember hearing various points in case you missed it, or if you watch our live video feed, Winnie the Pooh dancing to Smash Mouth. But we also have a couple other nominees. Smash Mouth's All Star, created with nothing but Windows XP sound effects,
which we played on the show last week. But
yes.
It's still mind-blowing.
It's really amazing.
Just the fact that not only someone had the idea, but the discipline to go through with it is pretty impressive. Just like someone
in the future,
who remixed
all
the
you have to
song
do is think
All-Star.
of stuff like that, and the computer will do it for you. You just have to think of the idea. And if
they don't do it well,
they're
you
working
can
on
shame
it on
them with your
MIT
thoughts.
right now.
Yeah, that's most of what MIT's doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a funny Smash Mouth song or I'll kick this dog over. Smash Mouth's All-Star, where every word is replaced with the word somebody.
Somebody.
Oh my gosh.
I'm curious on this one. All right, he sampled it on his keyboard.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I still love it, though. And finally, the guy who covers other songs, the YouTube sensation, but replaces the lyrics with the lyrics to Smash Mouth's All Star.
This is Foster the People, Pumped Up Kicks.
She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the ears started coming and the nose stopped coming. Fed to the rules and they hit the ground running. Didn't make sense.
We got a lot of heroes out there this year, guys.
But your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't
Chelsea,
go.
as this fades out slowly, what? Please, beg of you. What would you say? What if you had to guess who the winner was? What would you guess?
Oh man, I really enjoyed the Somebodies. Am I
Really?
wrong? Yeah.
Interesting. Cameron, what would you say the winner is?
Clearly,
'Cause
to me, it's the last guy. He does all these songs because it's the volume of work that he's done.
He's got a repertoire.
It's his whole catalog.
And Jess, what would your guess be?
It's like when Martin Scorsese won a few years ago for The Departed. He won for The Departed, but he was really
he won for it was a lifetime achievement award.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
for
he was-
Goodfellas.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who did the people vote for? Who was the winner?
Chelsea, I'm sorry. I wanted you to be right, but you were not. The people voted for the dude who sang all-star lyrics to every song. I think they recognize the talent and ability that he brings.
Well, the vision. That he's wasted.
Because the Windows was cool, but it's just like, you're right, it's sampling.
Yeah.
The guy blew it when he did the chorus.
Yeah.
You realized, he's just goofing.
Yeah. All right. All right.
So finally, I want to end the show looking back on a true internet legend that left us this year. Of course, I'm talking about Vine, the short video service that died a terrible death this year. A couple of these are visual, but maybe we can play some audio from one is a newscast of all you need to know is a woman is in a goat pen signing off from a special segment on a farm. Here's the audio.
From the Manatee County Fair, Linda Carson, ABC7, Would You Not Eat My Pants? Ah!
That is blood curdling.
One more time, please.
From the Manatee County Fair, Linda Carson, ABC7, Would You Not Eat My Pants? Ah!
Wow, that is a real visceral scream.
It's so good.
That is deep from her soul.
Would you not eat my pants?
That was like when I was walking in the ocean once and I stepped on a little crab and it pinched my toe. But I can't see down in the water. And so I'm just like,
exactly. It's like a piece of seaweed, goes by your thigh. That's the sound you make.
All right.
The next one is a little visual. It's a llama prancing to Up in Here. You really got to see it to enjoy it.
Head over to Oskarz.biz.
But the next one is, I'll describe it because the audio is worth playing. It's some people have been pulled over by a police officer, and during the encounter, the gentleman who is filming the police officer decides to point out his very ugly-looking Skechers-like shoes.
They're like orthopedic shoes, like
clip.
black orthopedic shoes.
Officer, I got one question for you. What are those?
And he like zooms in on the shoe, and the officer just walks away. Just didn't have any time for it.
And I also have one that I will describe, but you really should go see. It's the ending of a funeral where the pastor tosses a dove dramatically into the air.
Ever.
But sadly, on the way out, the dove too appears to have died and lands dramatically in the dirt behind the crowd. And finally, some televangelist that I don't recognize. Just a montage of him saying why. Here's the clip.
Why?
Wow, Eddie, this one, this was a bittersweet category. I feel like for people.
Why?
That's amazing.
It's perfect.
My favorite Vine of all time is the dove one, though.
Same. I will forever love it.
I watched it
perfect.
on endless loop, and then when you see like the longer clip, it's nowhere near as
The
great
timing
as
of it starting over is so good.
That's why Vine is funny, because something about the jump cut at the end makes it funny.
Fly away and
the
be at
thud
rest.
and the ooh is the most amazing.
Because you hear the dove hit the ground.
Like this dove. Fly away and be at rest. If I have wings like this dove, fly away and be at rest. If I have wings like this dove,
It's my favorite thing ever.
and be at rest.
Here's my question. Did he know the dove was dead in his hand? And in his mind, was he like, if I throw this high enough, no one will notice?
No. There's no way he knew it was dead.
I don't know why.
See, I honestly think that he had it in his hand. He knew it had died, and like this is my actual theory because I've thought about this vine a lot. Is that he thought he picked it up? He knew it was dead. This was already planned. The family had already wished that we send off our beloved family member with a dove flying off, and the pastor was just thinking like, I will throw this dove underhanded, literally as hard as I can, even though it's dead, and everyone will turn to look at me and no one will know it didn't fly away. I think that was his strategy there. Because look how hard he throws it.
Eddie, who is the winner of the Vine RIP award?
I don't know if we're ready to handle this, but we have a two-way tie. Have we ever had this?
No.
With the number of votes we had, for it to be a tie.
It's unbelievable.
It's astronomical. It is a two-way tie between Goat News Reporter and Dead Bird.
Really?
Yeah, it was shocking.
It's shocking. To me, Dead Bird is just perfect on so many levels.
Wait! I have an announcement.
Adele Azim.
It was not a tie. It's the llama dancing to Up in Here.
Yeah.
And maybe we can just play that song to bring us out because that concludes another incredible year with the Oskarz.biz. Once again, thank you to TJ Maxx, the electronics section, and Marshalls. I'm never coming back. I don't want your oregano. Don't offer sponsorships again. Your spy file's terrible. Thanks, everyone, to Drew who joined us today, guys.
Stay tuned. Up next, feedback. You're listening to Snow Allegra. That's my best attempt. Featuring Vince Staples. The song is Nothing Burns Like the Cold. Again, our apologies to Matt Chandler. Everybody.
John Acuff pretty much distanced himself from this.
Yeah, he used to be our guest host for a few years.
Yeah, he has not returned a call.
Enough was enough for him.
Yeah, he
I
just
feel like.
can't even consider this.
It's time for your feedback. Last week, we got talking about my atheist barber who's really into discovering new hip hop and trap music, and that's what we talk about when I get my hair cut. And he was impressed when he discovered this group called the Social Club Misfits. And then it took him 3 full listens to the album to realize that there was no profanity and they were talking about God.
Amen.
And he's like, I think they're Christian rappers.
Yes.
And we're like, hey, that's something good for the music that it took you a minute, you know?
Yeah.
And so we got talking about, well, what other Christian, explicitly Christian music stands up? And would you say is your favorite music that you think would stand up to your friends who don't listen to religious music at all? And you would say, this is just a good song. Because we were also talking about the Pete Holmes show last week.
Right.
There's a major Jars of Clay flood appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And so that it just got us talking about all this. You guys went over to the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com. You also tweeted at us at Relevant Podcast. Here's a few of the songs that you say, or Christian albums that you say stand up outside of the subculture.
Yeah, so someone also agreed that Me Without You, I saw a couple that they were going to say that, and then we talked about it. So we nailed it on that one. Someone on Twitter and on the Facebook page.
Gilbert Garza said Slick Shoes, Wake Up Screaming, OC Supertones, Copeland, and Acid Burns, Come Now Sleep. I think I know what his music taste is.
Acidy's Burns. I
had all of those CDs too.
Yeah, that was that ska era from 98 to 2000 was when I worked for a Christian alternative music magazine in Nashville, and so the W's and OC Supertones and
W's.
Slick Shoes, all that was all we covered.
5 Iron Frenzy.
Dude, that's all we covered.
I'd like to thank Brian for spending an inordinate amount of time making the case that a tennis player no one's ever heard of is better than Serena Williams.
Oh my goodness.
Seemed like a good use.
Maybe he's related to her.
Brian, no, he's from Central Florida. But we should all look up Margaret Court because apparently we have been hardcore burned.
I think she's from the era of that weird movie star you named on the top of the show, so we'll be sure not to check that out. Dan said Reliant K's album, and I remember when that came out too. That was a good one.
Someone said Grits, The Art of Translation.
A couple of those.
Cameron, you remember Grits?
Of course. To me, I'm gonna just put this out there, and I'm sorry. There was some really good Christian hip hop in that early era of 90s and stuff. I mean, there was some good stuff. Gospel Gangsta's legit. It holds up. A bunch. I mean, SFC and those guys. Grits was not good. It was kind of like the Hamilton of Christian hip hop. It was popular. People liked it, but I just didn't get it. There was actually good hip hop at that time.
Scott had Earthsuit's Kaleidoscope Superior. Earthsuit is like Paul Meany's band before Mute Math.
That's right.
Plank Eye. I remember Plank Eye and Poor Old Lou. Remember all those bands, and those are good selections, Scott.
Apparently, the podcast last week is the reason for the large spike in the viewership of the Scott's Tots episode of The Office. There was more than... I mean, there's a lot of people saying that our conversation made them go watch it again.
Yeah.
Oh, you sick people.
I gotta tell you, I don't know any of these albums, so I'm trying to read feedback, but I'm like...
Because you listened to real music back then.
Yeah. I popped in just for DC Talk, and then I was out again.
Someone just said that Eddie's answer of POD was spot on, and that's what they would choose.
But I was joking.
Oh no!
It's all jokes. That album is awful.
My opinion of POD is like Cameron's opinion of Grits. Like as Grits is to like Christian hip hop, POD was to like Christian
hard music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it was.
There's like Blind Side, and there's a lot of other like really good.
Yeah, that was stuff that was good. That still holds up. Blake said the Rocket Summers, Hello Good Friend, another album that I like. Michael said Starflyer 59, still an amazing band.
I would agree.
Today.
They were one of the first cool bands, and then like Pedro the Lion and stuff like that were like, dude, we claim them. We're cool because we have Starflyer 59.
Yeah. He also mentioned the band Joy Electric, which was that was before like indie electropop was everywhere.
That's right. Yep. There you go.
Third day.
This is fun. Oh my goodness. It was fun. Hey, now okay, their first album, I haven't heard it in forever, maybe it's terrible, but I was like it was Hootie and the Blowfish era.
Very Southern rocky,
His voice, that it just hit at the right time. I mean, it was breakout, that first one.
Yeah. He tweeted to me
totally.
one time.
It's huge.
There you go. Well, this is fun, being nostalgic about Christian music.
Someone said Dogwood. Dogwood was like a great speed punk band. That was really cool.
Well, there's a lot more. Go check it out, and then like load up your Spotify. It's we should do a Relevant Podcast 90s youth group Spotify playlist.
Oh, I would love that.
I'm sure you would.
Okay, it's time for this week's
editorial question of the week. Hey.
Well, earlier in the show, in between all the stuff, we had some substance. Like it's like a sandwich, a podcast sandwich.
Yeah, right at the Oscars.
We had ridiculous at the beginning, really ridiculous at the end,
right?
And then you had Matt Chandler talking about Lent.
That's right.
As the meaty middle. Yeah. It got us thinking though about Lent. You were in the Lent season, and a lot of people grew up in non-traditional, non-denominational churches that didn't really observe some of those practices and stuff, and like as adults, like I would put myself in this category, learned about it later.
Yeah.
That and the importance of and the significance of these things. I grew up in a church tradition where it's like that's legalism. Like we don't need it. We're free in Christ. We don't need to do that stuff. And so it's been interesting, like as an adult, to like learn about this stuff and the significance of it. And it's not just I'm going to fast XYZ, and like check it off a list. Like, God, are you happy with me now?
Right.
But there's something really transformative in this season, and we want to know from you what you do to observe Lent. And we're not looking for a list of things you've given up.
Like we know you give up social media.
Yeah,
got it.
Right. We're not. That's not what we're talking about. But maybe there's certain special things you do or unique things you do to, kind of embrace the season that we're in. And we would love to hear those things.
Prepare for that, which is Good Friday and Easter.
Yeah. Matt Chandler said at the end of the interview, we heard that, they have that he has a big party that is sort of
It's called
like
Mardi Gras.
Reminder.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Well, hit us up on the podcast episode page at relevantmagazine.com, the all new relevantmagazine.com, and post your comments there. And also, you can tweet at us at Relevant Podcast. We'd love to hear how you're observing Lent in unique ways. Thanks to Matt Chandler for joining us. He's a pastor of Village Church, a big, huge church in Texas.
Yes.
But you should Google that Lent video that was making the rounds that he does. Amazing teaching. You can also follow him on Twitter at MattChandler74. I guess he was born 74, maybe?
Maybe there were 73 Matt Chandlers before him.
Oh, that's probably
That happened
true.
to me.
That's what happened.
Yeah, kind of a regular name.
Yeah, it's kind of common.
Right.
Yeah.
Basic.
I mean, yeah, it's like
Two
the
first
74th.
Thanks also to Jesse for the Oskarz.biz
Yeah, man,
awards.
thank
It never
you.
disappoints.
It does not disappoint.
It was not painful and tedious to record at all, and
No.
and Chandler's going to have a breeze editing it up to make a fun experience for the
I'm
listener.
glad I'll be out of town to give notes on this episode.
That's true. Hey,
sorry.
We told you about it last week, but the new era of Relevant has kicked off. The newly redesigned magazine is out now. If you haven't seen it, check it out on newsstands nationwide. You can also go to relevantmagazine.com and subscribe, or even view the issue. There's a really pretty new interface for kind of experiencing the content even online. The website, you'll notice, is all new too. It was launched last week. It's I would say a soft launch. It's probably 20% of what the site will be in very short order, and it's going to be a lot of fun kind of bringing it more and more to life over the coming weeks. So keep checking back, the all-new relevantmagazine.com. And while you're there, subscribe. We think you'll like the magazine a lot, and we're really happy with how the new design looks, and we think you'll like it. So check it out. You can subscribe there online.
Very cool.
Hey, thanks to our show sponsors for making this episode possible. Remember, when you go to HelloFresh.com, enter the code RELEVANT35 when you subscribe to get $35 off your first week of deliveries. Also, thanks to Warby Parker. Head over to warbyparker.com/relevant to order your free home try-ons today. On that note, we'll wrap it up.
Yes.
I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Eddie Koffoltz.
I'm Chelsea Steele.
I'm Jesse Carey.
For Chandler Strang.
No, don't for Chandler Strang.
No.
He's not in it. He doesn't get it.
But he's still got to do the work. He's still going to make it.
Okay.
You little.
He's going to put in more work on this thing than any of us.
That's true. Actually, yeah, on behalf of and in honor of Chandler Strang.
In memoriam. We'll see you next week.
Sweet guy.
Shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Hold on.
Thanks for listening to the Relevant Podcast. Connect with us on Twitter at Relevant Podcast and get bonus material from this episode and more at the podcast section on relevantmagazine.com. And don't forget to check the magazine out. It's available on newsstands and at the iTunes App Store, or you can subscribe online at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
Hey, don't try to hold me down. Don't try to hold me down. Hey.
Make a funny Smash Mouth song or I'll kick this dog over.